That's what we're taking?
No. Okay. This is Lucky Smith reporting for Star Over News Magazine, and today is June 3rd. I'm here at Irvine Improv with
Ralphie May.
And Ralphie, when's your next show? I mean, everybody pretty much already knows, you've been doing this for, 20-something years, so...
Yeah, 22.
22 years. So it's kind of hard, interviewing somebody who's already has your bio out and stuff. So let's talk about your next show and your charities and stuff.
I'll be in Merced on Friday, and on Saturday I'll be in Visalia, California.
Visalia. And for the charities that you guys have for the Pets for Paws, and I noticed you guys do a lot of stuff with the military. Is there a reason why you feel so passionate about it?
I think for me, it comes from it's pretty simple. You know, I make my living through the freedom of speech, and I wouldn't be able to have the things I have without it. And the men and women that guarantee that freedom of speech, they need entertainment, and so we do USO shows around the world. I've been in 19 war zones in 22 years. And in doing so, I have given a lot of time, but it's a pleasure. It's not a task. You know, I don't take money for it, and it's an absolute pleasure. I love doing it.
And what message do you have for your fans? You have a big following. So what message would you have for your fans that are going to listen to this interview?
Well, first of all, that the noise they're hearing, the snoring, is not me. It's my English bulldog, Hoochie Mama. Okay, all right. So they don't think I'm about to die. Okay.
Mom, is phone in here?
Yes.
Or a phone?
Yes, it's in here.
All right.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, my show is a little different than most comics. You know, it's based in a lot of truth, and you know, the way I intersect with the world. I think it's different than.
You're able to jump genres. You go from talking about family to politics to race. I mean, I found it entertaining.
Yeah, it's something different. You know, because there's not that many topics that are left. You know, there's so many beaten topics. You know, nowadays that people just constantly go over the same things over and over and over again. That if you're gonna do comedy nowadays, that only the frontier is left, and you know, race is something that hasn't been fully exploited, hasn't been fully vetted, hasn't been taken on the way I take it on.
Because a lot of people are scared too.
Yeah, it's a very precarious position that you're in, you know, when you're talking about these things, because they're just tumultuous, they're dangerous, you know, they are dangerous topics. And
when you're touring, and you're because you're very passionate about not being racist, I mean, what do you do when you're in certain cities California is kind of like the melting pot of race, but when you go to certain towns and certain cities where it's not going to be acceptable, this is just their way of life, or they're slower to accept it. Have you had people walk out on you, or
of course.
Where it was to a point where, oh my God, maybe I won't do this piece because I might get shot.
No, I don't care. I tell people my act when I do one piece, this is where I'm going to get shot, you know, and I know it'll probably happen. I mean, it's okay. It's all right, you know. I don't think I'll get killed, but, you know, I don't think that's going to be the end all be all of it anyways. I think that you know, that my stand-up is about the truth, and that, you know, if I'm telling the truth, then I'm doing the right thing. And I think that's how I have to live it. If I don't do that, then I'm cheating the audience. And you know, a lot of times comedians go in with a preconceived notion of what the audience can take and will take, and they shortchange them. You know, they think that they won't be able to take this because they're a small town, or because they're a Midwest town or a Southern town.
Yeah.
And that's really demeaning to the audience. You know, that you're so much, you know, your material's so much better than theirs. You know, than their capacity to understand it. It's like, who are you?